Now, before Virgo season comes to a close, I decided to do a video about 10 tips for Virgo. So life becomes easier when you do these 10 things as a Virgo. And this applies to Virgo suns, Virgo moons, especially Virgo south nodes, Virgo rising, Mars and Virgo. So let's get started. And I want to turn this into a series where I do videos on 10 tips for each zodiac sign. So I need help staying motivated. So please share this video, get it out to your family, friends, coworkers, what have you, so that this word could be spread about my channel and I could be more on the map. So let's get started. And I just want to thank everybody for their continued support and also for sharing this video, for liking, subscribing, and for being long-term subscribers. Number 1, be humble, or you will be humbled. It is never a good look when Virgo gets a big head. Sure, you could receive praise and recognition, just don't let it go to your head, no matter how successful you become. Now, if you're already humble, don't pat yourself on the back for it. Just be humble and keep it moving. Just be silent, humble, and teachable. If you ever think you know it all, that is the beginning of your troubles. Israel Moore, Iyavor. Number 2, be grateful. Now, this one tip can be hard to put into practice due to Virgo's natural inclination to be critical, nitpicky, and fault-finding. Now, when it comes to being grateful, start with the little things in life. Also, train your mind to see the beauty in imperfections, because as you know, Virgo is the perfectionist of the zodiac. And with that, oftentimes Virgo is not satisfied with things as is. So start to get into the habit of seeing the beauty in imperfections. Gratitude can transform common days into Thanksgivings, turn routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings. William Arthur Ward. Number 3, always be engaged in constructive activity. The nervous energy of Virgo is in need of a constructive outlet. A lot of times, even when Virgo is at rest, constructive activity will help Virgo reduce worry and anxiety, since you will be living more in the moment. It will also reduce the tendency to be meddlesome. So constructive activity, even when on vacation, will help you to alleviate anxiety, worry, and help to channel that nervous energy. So you could be on vacation, laying out on the beach, but reading a good book where you're learning something from it, like a self-help book, or you could be doing a crossword puzzle, or you could be doing some knitting or crocheting. If you want to conquer the anxiety of life, live in the moment, live in the breath. Also, breathing is very important for Virgo. Gemini forms a natural square with Virgo, so that conflict can affect the breathing cycle, the lungs, all of that. And just think about it. When you're uptight, a lot of times you're not breathing properly. So get into the habit of breathing, conscious breath. Number 4, proper diet and nutrition should be a high priority in your life. Now, other signs may be able to get away with having a poor diet, but not Virgo. You are meant to operate as a well-oiled machine. Integration, assimilation are key words for Virgo, and they're very much related to health and fitness. So establishing a regular fitness routine, eating properly, eating clean, organic foods, that should be given a high priority. Eat beautiful foods which are nutritionally dense, wholesome, and natural. Bryant McGill. Number 5, engage in stress-relieving activities. Also, self-imposed isolation on occasion. but the stress relieving activity should be done on the regular because stress can be a killer, especially for Virgo. So engaging in stress relieving activities should be high on your list of priorities. Also, having some periods of isolation are good as well. Virgo opposes Pisces. You can't have one sign without the other. So Pisces is a sign of isolation. So for Virgo to really alleviate the stress, sometimes you have to take yourself out of the outside world. So not all vacations provide relief from stress. I'm sure, Virgo, you already know this. So you might have to travel solo sometimes just to get away from the hustle and bustle of life. And also consider taking vacations at all-inclusive resorts or on cruise ships because everything is already there. Everything is provided. You don't have to do much thinking or worrying. Reality is the leading cause of stress amongst those in touch with it. Jane Wagner. Number 6, don't be overly helpful. Now, I know Virgo is the sign of help, and Virgo has a natural inclination to want to help others, but Virgo, you got to be discriminating when it comes to helping people because that's all some people will begin to view you as, the help. So be discriminating and selective when it comes to helping people. And also get into the habit of helping yourself first, especially if you're a Virgo rising or you have Mars in Virgo or you have a planet in Virgo in your first house. Being a good person doesn't mean you fit the life of every person you meet. Shannon L. Alder. So know that not everybody is worthy or deserving of your help. Number 7, always do the right thing. Now, Virgo is about the straight and narrow path. It's a sign of obedience, manners, and etiquette. As a result, Virgo will be put in check quicker than other signs. Much is required of you when you're a Virgo because you are one of the anchoring signs of the zodiac. So, you know, when your parents would tell you to get your act together or straighten up before we go into this store, they were basically doing that Virgo thing with you because Libra is dealing with the public and other people. So you do need to get yourself together before you present yourself to the public. Ideally, but if you notice, a lot of people haven't mastered that part of the zodiac. Life is an ocean, and every ocean necessitates right thinking and right action, or else sinking becomes the only fate realizable. Mehmet Murat Ildan. Now, this quote is the epitome of the Virgo-Pisces opposition. Number 8, let go of past hurts, especially involving parents. So because Virgo forms a natural sextile with Cancer and a natural trine with Capricorn, those are the parental signs, basically Virgo expects to have a perfect or at least decent upbringing. So when Virgo didn't get that, a lot of times they're going to hold on to that into adulthood, and it's going to affect their relationships with other people. It could even affect the way they approach their career path. So Virgo often has a hard time moving beyond an unfortunate upbringing, but Virgo, you got to let it go. Now, keep in mind that Virgo clashes with Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a sign of forgiveness and understanding. It also clashes with Gemini, the sign of being open-minded and also flippant about a lot of things. It opposes Pisces, the sign of grace and compassion. So Virgo, if you start to incorporate those qualities of those signs I just mentioned, life can become much easier for you. I noticed in particular Virgo South nodes and Virgo moons, they have a hard time moving beyond these past hurts. So Virgo can identify too much with their misery and wear it like a badge of honor. And I call that the Purple Heart Syndrome. You know, the Purple Heart, that's the award that soldiers get when they get injured in a war. So Virgo can suffer from that Purple Heart Syndrome. So you got to try to avoid that tendency. The elimination diet. Remove anger, regret, resentment, guilt, blame, and worry. Then watch your health and life improve. Charles F. Glassman. Number 9, always be prepared. Now, Virgo is the prepper of the zodiac. Now, some preppers are really hoarders, and hoarding, that's Taurus domain. But Virgo is the true prepper. Now, your level of preparedness is likely to be put to the test at key points in your life. Now, you don't possess the luck of Sagittarius, unfortunately, or the flexibility of Gemini, or the spiritual protection that comes with Pisces. So you always have to be prepared for whatever may come. We are not preparing for the world we live in. We are preparing for the world we find ourselves in. Michael Mabee. Prepping for a suburban or rural community. Building a civil defense plan for a long-term catastrophe. And last but not least, we have number 10. Be kind and courteous. Being kind and courteous costs you nothing, and you will save yourself from most petty beefs. Again, with Virgo being the anchor of the first half of the zodiac, your purpose is to set the example for model behavior. Virgo has a natural inclination towards airing grievances, but what matters is the manner in which you air these grievances. In other words, don't be a Karen. 3 things in human life are important. The first is to be kind, the second is to be kind, and the third is to be kind. Henry James. So that concludes my video on the 10 tips for Virgo. And like I said, please help to keep me motivated. The more likes I receive, the more views I receive, the more I'm going to be motivated to turn this into a whole series for all of the zodiac signs. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Feel free to add any tips for Virgo. And yeah, I'll be back with more videos. If you would like a reading, you could go to my website. The link is in the description section. Also, consider joining my Patreon. That's where I post a lot of videos that I can't post on YouTube because they're going to demonetize me, or, they might even block it in some cases. So yeah, my Patreon is full of information. It contains videos that I don't post on YouTube. And also you'll get first run of the videos that I'll be posting on YouTube. You'll get the first view of it. So yeah, take care. Love you guys. I'll be back soon.